Dakar heads to its rest day today in Hail, but let's talk about Stage 5 and how the standings look at the end of the first week of competitive action. And let's start off with the bikes. In Rally GP, it was Luciano Benavides who took the scratch today, 47 seconds clear of Adrian van Beveren, with Nacho Conejo in third, 1 minute 31 back. That means 3 different manufacturers in the top 3 spots. The top 5 were rounded out by Branch and Breibeck, with Howes and Sherena just outside, but the top rider who struggled most of the day was arguably Chucky Sanders, 11 minutes 42 off. Now, he did pick up 8 minutes worth of penalties for speeding. He also got 5 minutes 42 back in bonuses, so he only net lost a couple of minutes, which would have put him behind the top 2 in Rally 2, which I'll get to in a moment. In fact, he was still behind the top 2 in Rally 2. But overall, he still leads. 7 minutes and 2 seconds over Sherena. In third place is Branch again, 17.48 off the lead. Then Van Beveren, 18.31. And Skylar Howes, just under 20 minutes. The halfway point, the top 10 in the bikes category is rounded out by Ricky Breibeck, Luciano Benavides, Pablo Quintanilla, Nacho Conejo. Santillino is 10th in Rally GP, but 10th overall in bikes is the Rally 2 leader, Canet. Canet has picked up yet another scratch. 3 minutes 3 seconds of the day over Doherty, with Argbright in third, 9 minutes 22 back. Tobias Ebster of the top 3 struggled the most today, losing 13 minutes over his KTM teammate. And Canet, like I said, leads Rally 2. Over Ebster now by 16 minutes 39. 31 minutes back is Doherty. And then the top 5 is rounded out by DeMonte and Argbright for the Honda outfits. 50 minutes back. In the cars, and Seth Quintero becomes the first repeat winner in the Ultimate class today. The young American ends up winning the stage over Nasser Al-Attiyah, who incurred 10 minutes of penalty because the spare wheel had become detached. But I'll call it to the Dakar side, who was only 1 second in it at the end, and a further 7 seconds back was Matthias Ekström with Emil Bergqvist alongside. Ekström has been the lead forward in this Dakar, and the World Rallycross champion is showing that he does have the pace, he does have the form in Rally Raid. Top 5 of the day was rounded out by Latigan and Al-Raji, who lead still overall. Latigan over Al-Raji by 10 minutes. Ekström is third overall at the rest day. 20 minutes and 54 seconds back. And now with 16 minutes of penalties to his name, Al-Attiyah is in 4th place. 35 minutes off the lead. Top 5 rounded out by Mirage. The rest of the top 10 are Mitch Guthrie in the second remaining Fords who have not hit issue. Nani Roma had a head-on collision today. It's the second head-on collision in the car category in, 3 days, right? Sarah Dory's in 7th. Dropped down a couple of the spots. Jacopina's 8th. Quintero is up to 9th. The top 10 is rounded out by Gerlan Shishri, the lead mini. But in reality, it looks like it's Toyota's to lose. No, they've won every single stage so far this Dakar, which is absolutely bewildering. But that lead, like I said, is only 21 minutes over the leading non-Ford. And Al-Attiyah is only 35 minutes back at the halfway point of the Dakar this year. In reality, anyone in that top 10 is still arguably in the running. In the Challenger class, and it was another win, another scratch for Yasser Seydan over Spearings by 8 minutes 22. The podium rounded out by Abdulaziz Al-Khawari. But the leader was 5th on the day in the end. Cavigliacio still leads over Guerrero by 28 minutes and 34 seconds. Spearings in 3rd, 33.26 back. Al-Khawari's up to 4th now, but is an hour 31 off of the lead. And if you think that's a lot, we need to talk about SSVs. Chaleco Lopez took a scratch again today over Hager by 20 minutes and 48 seconds. Another 3 seconds back was the third spot on the podium to Sultrite. But it's little consolation. Hager still leads by over an hour. It's now at 18:30 over to Sultrite. Pinto is in third, 1 hour 34 back. Chaleco Lopez is nearly 2 hours back in fourth. And then fifth place is De Cizalier, the only other driver within 7 hours of the lead. It's 4 hours back. And I know I said you could look at the SSVs. With the trucks, it's even more extreme. Matrick took the win over the course of this marathon over Coolen by 18 minutes and 42 seconds. Mitchell van den Brink rounded out the podium just under 40 minutes back. Van Loon was in 4th, 41 minutes back. Soltis in 5th, 49 minutes back. The people who struggled on the day, Lepry lost an hour 31 minutes today. And at the same time, Zala lost over 4 hours. That means that Maciek leads over Van den Brink by 2 hours at the rest day. The podium is rounded out by Lepry, meaning that it's great for the Ivorcos. It's 2 hours 16 back though. The top 5 rounded out by Soltis and the older Van den Brink, who is 4 hours off of the lead. And since we're at the rest day, I want to round it out by talking about the other categories I don't really get a chance to talk about. The Classics, who are scored based off of points at different intervals, and then the Mission 1000. But let's start with the Classics. Traclio leads over Santallana by 31 points. Morera is in third on 67 points. Then it's Goblin in fourth, 147 back, and Sebas in fifth, about 300 points back. Now, points, this means to do with timings and when you hit the checkpoints. It's a bit like if you play EAWRC, you've got that regularity mode. But just to point out some of the cars, the leaders are in a Nissan pickup. You have different kinds of Toyotas available, such as Land Cruisers. Third place is a Porsche 959. We have some Land Rover Defenders here. In 9th place is a Porsche 924. And in 10th place is a truck, as in one of the Mercedes trucks from Dakar past as well. You look at these cars that are entered here, and so many of them are just incredibly impressive. It's bits of Dakar history, and you're like, these guys are doing exactly what was done decades ago. And you start to get a bit surprised when you see, like, the Citroën de Chevaux that are still running. For instance, you're like, wait, hang on, they're still going? But it is a fun watch. I really recommend checking any of it out when you can. I think there's even an Audi Quattro. Then yeah, the Mission 1000s. This is a experimental class. I think they cover like 1,000 kilometers over the course of the event, and score points based off of how they finish the stages. And I think it's a different one where the more points you score, the better. Juventini is leading in the K87 Ecovergy team. I don't know how I'm going to pronounce that one. But that is a truck that is running on sustainable fuel. In second place is the Heiss X2, driven by Ikemachi. That is a hydrogen fuel cell car. Then the other three entries that we have running, Pasquale, Zhu, and Yang, are all on Segways. And I don't mean, the Segways that you're thinking of. I mean the company Segway have made electric bikes. And I don't mean, electric pedal bikes. I mean electric motorbikes. But yeah, it's one of those things about future initiatives, a bit like how Garage 56 at Le Mans exists. So yeah, that's that for the Dakar for now. Thanks for watching and joining, and if you've been watching everyone so far, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I hope to see you around the other side of tomorrow, so that we can talk more about the Dakar when it gets back up and running on Saturday. Until next time, it's bye-bye for now.